Today is a very exciting day.
We're Sid and Mackie, and we're professional mountain bikers on a quest to race the best and most challenging mountain bike races on the planet. Later this fall, we'll be doing an event that has been on our bucket list for a while, Trans Madeira, a 5-day enduro stage race on a Portuguese island off the coast of Africa. By all accounts, Madeira is amazing and home to some of the best riding on earth, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't having some doubts about doing this race. After stepping away from enduro racing 4 years ago, my technical skills have definitely gotten a little rusty.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
And most of my goal races for the year are cross country or stage racing, so that's where the training has been and will be focused. Since 2019, the biggest bike I've ridden is my 140mm Niner Rip, which is a great bike, but definitely small by modern enduro standards. If I'm going to survive Trans Madeira, never mind enjoy it, I'm going to need to get back on a big rig.
All right, straight into the double black because, you know, Sid doesn't mess around.
Luckily, we have just the ticket inside this box.
There she is. That's a big bike, y'all. We are finally gonna start building up my new Niner Bikes WFO. So the WFO is a pretty big bike. It is, I think, 170 in the back, and I'm gonna run a 180 front fork. So this is a proper enduro bike. I have not had one of these for a very long time. Mackie loves his WFO. He rides it all the time, not just in the bike park. So I'm really excited. I think it is time for me to get back to the bike park and push the skills and speed a little bit. We are doing Trans Madeira this fall, which I am presently a little nervous about because I've done a handful of small local enduros that are on terrain that I'm pretty comfortable on. I'm not gonna say it's not technical because it is technical, but it's not like super steep, wet European trails, which I have not raced since we did EWS 5-6 years ago.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, this bike is gonna be a big part of getting my confidence back on those kind of trails. Here it is. That's a big girl. Wheel reveal, which rhymes. These are ridiculous. We decided to go with the Noble TR37s. Oop, there it is. They are wider than the wheels on our XC or our trail bikes, so obviously that's what you want for a more downhill enduro focused wheel set. And we went with Industry 9 Hydras on this. So one of the really cool things about working with Noble wheels this year is they really encouraged us to try a bunch of different hub combinations. And that's been really fun. So far, I've really liked everything that we have. We have the DT Swiss 180s on our XC bikes, and they're just so light. And then the Onyx Vespers are silent and have an instant engagement. That's what we have on the trail wheels. So I love those. I'm intrigued to see what these are like. Bird spokes as well. I mean, they are gorgeous. Part of the reason that I have not had an enduro bike built up for the past couple years, I've had the Niner Rip, which is like a 140, 150 mil bike. So it's like a big trail bike, and I race some enduro on that, race some enduro on the Jet. I've actually come to really like small bikes because they're poppy, they're faster, they roll fast because you have XC tires on them. And so I haven't really wanted a big bike. It is time for me to take the skills that I learned on an XC bike, you know, being a little more poppy and a little more playful, and try to apply them to a bigger bike as well. I think having a lighter wheel set will be helpful in that, because the last time I had an enduro bike, which was 2019, before we were working with Niner, like a big enduro bike, it weighed like almost 40 pounds, unless you were going straight downhill, which is what we were racing, so that was fine, but like, just wasn't necessarily fun. Let me know in the comments if you can relate to this. I like my XC bike more than my enduro bike person, or is that just me? So we'll see. Maybe I'll change my tune by the end of the video. was really easy actually.
It's early, guys. It's 7 o'clock currently. Normally we don't even get up until 7:30.
That's not even true recently though. We've fully turned over the new leaf.
And we are snarfing some breakfast.
Then we're gonna ride my new bike in hopefully like half an hour because got a lot to do today. We gotta ride all the way to the bike park. Gotta shred bike park.
Laps.
Gotta ride all the way home. It's gonna be a good day.
It's gonna be a good day.
Oh, and I got granola in my coffee. Drizzle a little peanut butter. It's illegal to ride a bike like this in spandex. So my solution is just really tight baggies. And I wear them like this so that I can't even tell that they're baggies. That if someone asks me, I can be like, we've just ridden a couple miles of pavement. Now we're gonna get on, hello deer. So many deer, there's 3 right in the bushes there. We're gonna get on Pipeline Road, right up to the ski area. I would say on the pavement, it definitely feels better than I expected. I've had doubts about having an enduro bike, to be honest. I'm like, I will never ride this, but we'll see. Seems to pedal surprisingly well. Like, it feels like it's heavier than my XC bike, obviously, but it doesn't feel like I'm like wasting a ton of energy to pedal. Now we climb for 3,000 feet. Feel like you're getting up early and then you see some guy running down the mountain running down and you're like, what time of morning did you get going? The runners around here are very impressive human beings. We've definitely been passed by trail runners on climbs at least once.
That being said,
not on the
I
descents.
did get passed by a butterfly during my interval yesterday, so I don't feel like I have to be going that fast to pass by.
Does anyone have any bets on the watts to kilo of the butterfly? During Mackie's interval, he was doing, I don't know, low 4s?
I was doing 300-ish watts.
Right, which is in the 4-ish watts a kilo for you. You get passed by a butterfly. Speak of the devil. We are out descending him though. Go, butterfly! You won't get me! Loose. Still climbing up the hill.
Nice job, but you did just get outstripped by a butterfly.
is the last little single track climb. And then we drop down, whew, into the ski resort / bike park. If you're thinking about leaving a nasty comment about how irresponsible we are for riding the bike park with half-shell helmets, which we do all the time,
Feel free to go ahead and do it, and we will ignore you.
we actually put our helmets and knee pads and stuff in the back of our friend and kind of neighbor's truck last night, so it's up here. But of course we forgot to note what the truck looked like, so we just spent like 10 minutes spinning around the parking lot confused. That was fun. It was not slow getting up here.
No, it
Up
was.
here like 2 hours basically.
Yeah, it took maybe
2:15.
5 minutes longer than the last time we did it. Not
Yeah.
bad.
It's faster than going up Guahe on the jet and slower than going up Kemazon on the rocket. So I think pipeline
Okay.
might be the fastest way
Might
up.
be the fastest.
There's 3 different ways on dirt up to this mountain, which is pretty impressive
And we have now done all 3 of them.
this week.
Yeah, within the last week. One of the things we love about Pajarito is that they're only open Saturday, Sunday
Yeah,
in the summer. It is a Saturday. This is the second weekend they've been open.
it's empty.
And there were 4 people ahead of us because we were coordinating with 3 of them to arrive at the same time.
Oh, we're going in here.
All right, straight into the double black because, you know, Sid doesn't mess around.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not doing that. That was fun. I like that part. Oh, the corkscrew. Corkscrew.
Wow, that's a big tree down. Ah yes, the usual congestion at the chairlift.
I don't know what's called that. I heard this last weekend on my jet with the blowing up shock, and I was like, God, I've forgotten how to ride a bike. So this feels much nicer. Ooh, that's a nice dirt in there still too.
Nice.
Okay, so we did 3 bike park laps, which was very fun. This is a pretty amazing bike. I don't think I've had a bike that felt really, really good on like steep things for a while. We just did a pretty steep run right out the
I
gate.
was gonna say, we just went straight to a double black diamond.
It only took me like the top third of the trail to go like, okay, this bike is more capable than what I've been riding. Let's like stop riding the brakes quite so much. It was very fun. And I'm very stoked for some pure bike park days later in the summer.
In preparation for Trans Madeira.
Yeah. I honestly feel better about Trans Madeira having ridden this bike.
This bike is just very confidence inspiring because it's very slacked out, long wheelbase, very stable.
And I don't think it'll be wholly miserable to pedal for 5 days, which is honestly like part of my concern. Like, yeah, I was concerned about having something capable of riding down the hills, but I also didn't want to be like on a full-on monster truck.
All these pretty yellow flowers makes this climb look so nice and peaceful. And, well, it's not. It's steep and has a lot of loose rock in it. At least the flowers are pretty. She's making that look easy. All right, Guahe Ridge.
Cool. Thank you again.
Yeah, you guys enjoy. Hey, doggy. Hi. That's a trick I've learned, guys. If you're ever passing a hiker and they have a dog, always acknowledge the dog because, well, for most people, it's like their babies and they want you to appreciate their baby. It's getting tight in here.
This final trail, Guahe Ridge, drops almost 3,000 feet back into town, and while it's a little overgrown and awkward in parts, it's a ton of fun. Overall, our total for the day was 37 miles, 4,700 feet of climbing, and 7,800 feet of descending. Not bad. This was an incredible ride, and this video can't possibly do it justice. As expected, the WFO was amazing on the steep bike park trails, but it was also perfectly enjoyable on the climb up too. It only took us about 10 minutes longer to do this climb on the WFO than it did on my XC bike a few days earlier. Obviously, that's a long time if you're racing uphill, but for an endurance ride, slightly slower climb is totally worth it for the opportunity to combine cross-country training with shredding some downhill laps. We're definitely looking forward to doing more combo rides like this over the course of the summer. If you enjoyed this video, give us a subscribe and stick around for next week, because it's time to get back to the races.